nervous?
Okay, guys, listen, I am live here at the Leadership Summit, the International Leadership Summit with Bishop T.D. Jakes. And of course, you guys are very familiar with this beautiful face next to me. This is Miss Martha Benuzzi. Hey.
How are you?
Tell the people who you are. Of course, they already know, but tell the people who you are.
Martha Benizzi. And actually, I'm a singer, songwriter, praise and worship leader. And then here in Orlando, my husband and I pastor a church called Epic Life Church. So, yeah, we're here in Orlando.
How is that being in Orlando?
We love Orlando. Orlando is one of the best places to live. There's always something to do. It gets a little hot down here, but we love it. I've been here my whole life. So
I never knew that. Wow. So you pastoring here, you're your husband. He is so amazing, guys. You can tell he so loves his wife. So when I met you years and years ago, you had babies. What are the babies doing now?
they're all working with us. They work in the social media side and the worship side, and tech side. They work in all of that. And in our church too, they work with me. So three, I mean, two girls and a boy, Danielle and Nicole. Our daughters have their own YouTube channel called Backstage Bagels,
Okay.
where they talk to worship leaders, and they're really funny. They like to do funny things, and they're amazing worship leaders and singers and songwriters as well.
Wow. Okay, so I know you got all these amazing songs, but what is next for you?
Well, thank you for asking. I actually have a single out right now. It's called He's in Control. It's on the radio. We're climbing the charts. And then I have a new album that's coming out in June called Church is Revival. And it's just a whole movement. So we're ready for what God's going to do next.
How do you it's like you have so much going on. I know you get asked that question about why.
Well, yeah. Well, actually, I was just talking to one of the pastors here. I was just saying how, there's when you pastor, and then you have an international ministry, and then music and all that. You can have it all, just can't have it all at once.
That's right.
And so we said, okay, this year we're putting a record out. So, we're not going crazy with Easter. You just kind of have to balance, or really just find a rhythm. Better than balance. You just find that rhythm in each season, and that seems to be working well.
I talked to Pastor Tutman, and he said, well, I don't say the word balance, I say the word harmony. How do you feel about that word?
I like that. I'm upgrading my rhythm to harmony.
Yes.
I think that matters even more. I think that matters even because you can be making a lot of noise, there's no harmony. But that's the key, especially when we're working with family. You can have an amazing Sunday service. Everybody's blessed, and you go home and fight the rest of the week.
Right.
So we've had to learn that can't be pleasing God. That's not what He intended. So the harmony part, I'm going to adopt that. That's going to be my new word. We need harmony.
We need more harmony.
Yes.
And when he said something with him, I was like, I don't think like that. But this is really good.
Very good.
So my question as a entrepreneur, as a pastor, as a minister, service, how do you know how to pivot? When do you know when it's time to pivot in ministry?
I think grace lifts. You just feel the grace lifting. You might not be mad at anybody or hurt. It's not from a place of, feeling like you're just so sick of it. You just want to walk away. You just feel like, I'm ready. There's a grace for it while you're at it, while you're in it. And then you can just sense the grace lifts. Not only that, you can ask the most trusted people around you how you're feeling and tell them. They'll either say, it's not time, it is time. So I think it's what you're sensing from the Holy Spirit, not from a place of bitterness or anger or resentment or being tired, because that's the easiest time to quit is when you're exhausted. You think somebody's going to come in and save you, and that's not the time to quit. That's not the time to quit. That's the time to pull back, take a nap, get some rest, and then get back at it. But that's what I've learned. It's just what's happening internally. And then the people in my life, I share with them, finding people that you can really, really be transparent with. Because they're going to go, well, I want to quit too, but we don't quit.
You do not quit.
We keep going.
So what made you decide to come to ILS?
I want to come every year. I think we came 2 years ago. We were able to come last year. But just the ministry that happens here, the encouragement that happens here, the knowledge that you get while you're here, the wisdom. Again, one little moment, one nugget, one time in God's presence can shape 8 months, a year, like what Stephen Furtick said today. Just being in the room with other people that are doing what we're doing, just it energizes you, it encourages you. And so that's why you just never know what you're going to love.
Wow. So my question to you is, what has been a number one takeaway?
Stephen Furtick was preaching this morning, and I know we had some family and friends here yesterday, and that they sent us some things to listen to that were so powerful. But just hearing him today, he's so transparent about his children and the price of ministry. And are we willing to pay it? Do we even really know what the price is? Because it's a lot more than we think. And he talked about Jesus in this, what was it he said? Before he went to Jerusalem, he was in Galilee.
Yes.
And how he was happy to stay in Galilee, and how you have to be prepared for Jerusalem, but you're prepared in Galilee. I could preach it. It was so incredible. So that's what I felt like. Okay, we're in a season where God may not have you hidden. He might have you covered for a season, but He's protecting His harvest, and that really spoke to me.
To all of us.
Oh.
I mean, even the whole sermon, the crowd was wow. I mean, it was
Yes.
just so impactful, and you can just feel his authenticity.
Yes.
You know, he always does a good job. I'm such a pastor stick to faith.
Oh yes.
So what's going to be your takeaway when you leave here? What do you want God to do, not only in you, your marriage,
Yes.
ministry? What is your takeaway? What do you think your takeaway?
I think more than anything, just again finding that peace in ministry, the joy in it, not getting so, in a place where you're constantly comparing to what other people are doing. And again, it's just reminding myself that it might be small, but to God it's significant. I might think it's small, but to God it's so significant. And then partnering, finding the right partners, relationship, ministry. That's what I'm excited about.
Well, I thank you so much for stopping by
Thank
and
you
giving
for
me your yes. Listen, we're sending her. I speak her. I got to use this bag. I think.
Oh, I have to have it. I saw you and I stopped you and I was like, that's a cute bag.
And so we're here. So listen, take care. We'll definitely follow. Listen, it's one of my music, guys. Y'all know how much I love Glorious. I love that song. Okay, you guys have a great day, and we'll see you on the next The Combo Christian Talk Show. Take care. Bye, y'all.